How do Medicare and Social Security actually connect with each other? Well, a little bit in certain ways, but not nearly as much as a lot of people end up thinking. My name is Christian Brindle. I'm a Medicare health plan expert and specialist. I own a company called Christian Brindle Insurance Services, also known as Everything Senior Insurance. And we work with individuals on their Medicare health plans, whether it be Medicare supplement plans, Medicare Advantage plans. We work with a slew of different insurance companies around the country. We're licensed in 45 states, and there's no charge whatsoever for our services. And one question that we get all the time from clients of ours are Social Security related questions that actually tie into Medicare. For example, how do Medicare and Social Security relate to each other? How do they actually cross wires in terms of that regard, right? It's very common for people to get mixed up on the age you can start drawing off of Social Security, with it being 62, and the age you can first become eligible for Medicare, assuming there's no tragic or large-scale disability, which is 65. And so in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how Medicare and Social Security relate to each other, period. Now, Medicare and Social Security are both handled in terms of the enrollment process and getting you set up for them by the Social Security Administration, SSA. Okay, so they have that in common right there. So people might think, well, I would apply directly with Medicare, or maybe I'd apply with an insurance agent. Actually, no, you would not apply at all for actual Medicare, original Medicare Parts A and B with anybody other than Social Security. They're in charge of administering those applications and those enrollments for Medicare. Now, once you have a claim or you actually have to use your Medicare, all claims and things along that regard actually get dealt with by Medicare directly, right? 1-800-Medicare, and you can pick up Medicare supplement plans or Medicare Advantage plans, and plans that pair with your Medicare through an insurance agent or an insurance company to kind of help fill in the holes. But actually applying for original Medicare, Medicare Parts A and Medicare Part B, is handled by the Social Security Administration, okay? So they have to deal with each other there. Now, Medicare Part B, as many people do know, but if you don't know, has a monthly premium that everybody pays. It's a standardized premium. Now, if your income is high relatively, or if your income is incredibly low relatively, like you're getting food stamps, you have Medicaid, those kind of things, those numbers can be different. For low income, it can be paid for by the state, or high income, they can charge you more for Part B. But outside of that, it's a standardized premium. At the time of recording this video, that standardized premium for Medicare Part B is $174.70 a month. It typically, historically, does rise a little bit each year, some years more than others. Now, this premium, if you're drawing off of Social Security, will automatically default to come out of your Social Security check. So most people on Medicare that I end up talking to, a lot of them don't even realize that this is a payment that they're making and that it's coming out of their Social Security check each and every month. It's being withheld. So people will be like, well, it's coming out of my check. It's out of sight, out of mind. I'm not really paying for it. Quite the contrary. This is money that you're not getting, that if you were not paying for Medicare Part B, that you would get. Now, is there anything you can really do about it? There are some types of Medicare Advantage plans that can reduce your Medicare Part B premium payment, if not pay the majority of it, depending on where you live, depending on the benefits available in your area. But that's usually few and far between, and those plans sometimes can have other weaknesses. It just kind of depends on where you are at. Not all the time, but sometimes. And so outside of that, typically, everybody is going to have to pay for the Medicare Part B premium. So there's not a whole lot you can do about it, but with knowledge, there's power. And it's important that you understand that that is being withheld from your Social Security check every month if you're on Medicare and you're drawing, almost always. Now, if you're not quite on Social Security yet, they actually charge that to you in the form of a quarterly bill in the mail, or they might allow you to set it up to come out of a bank account every month. But whenever you do start drawing off Social Security, if you end up delaying it and take it later, it will automatically change in default to coming out of your Social Security benefit. Okay. Now, what other ways do Medicare and Social Security kind of align with each other? Well, oftentimes they align with each other with disability. So, for example, there is reasons people under the age of 65 can obtain Medicare, even if they're not 65 years old. And that would be through what's known as Medicare Disability. Now, how does one get Medicare Disability? Well, first they have to qualify for what's known as Social Security Disability. So it starts with Social Security Disability, and then it turns into Medicare Disability later. The criteria for them to be able to get on Medicare Disability is that they have to be on Social Security disability first for 24 months consecutively with no breaks whatsoever. And then on the 24th month, they're automatically placed on Medicare disability, courtesy of the Social Security Administration processing that enrollment. So really, for the most part, where Social Security is involved with your Medicare is with your Medicare applications, your enrollments, and your Medicare Part B premium collection, which oftentimes is going to be withheld through your Social Security check. There are some other ways, but these are the most common ways that we believe people need to know about. If you found this video helpful, educational, insightful, please do us a favor and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. That's going to help so many more people just like you that are on Medicare or about to get on Medicare find this information, who desperately need to hear it, desperately need to find these answers. Comment your thoughts down below. What do you think about this? Is there anything you feel like we've missed? Is there any thoughts you have about Social Security's involvement with Medicare or vice versa? We'd love to have a dialogue with you about it. If you like this channel and you like this type of information we're providing, make sure to subscribe. We put out weekly videos that help you understand your options and your choices so you have the power when it comes to your Medicare and even maybe sometimes in your Social Security options. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time, everybody, and happy Medicaring.